Pair winner to be the Justin Bieber of seasons. It was kind of cute and exciting when it first started out, and now it's a bit obnoxious and should probably just stay in Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here, Spring Meltdown 2017, Lake Tahoe, and I am with Ghoul.
Hello.
So, all right.
Bonjour.
So, how are you guys enjoying Meltdown?
It's so good. Yeah, it's positively wonderful here. It's a very nice environment for murder.
I lost all my turnips at blackjack.
They let you bet turnips.
Yeah, well, admittedly, I didn't even know the rules of the game. I think they saw a sucker.
You were just throwing turnips at that guy.
He was an asshole. He was supposed to throw more turnips back at me. I heard that's how gambling works.
Where did you get the turnips?
The turnips is the form of currency in Creepsylvania.
Yeah, there's an ATM right in the middle of the casino.
A turnip ATM.
Yeah, well, that's what
I think
that's
so.
what Digestor tells us, because he only pays us in turnips to play this music.
That's what I got Josh to pay us in turnips. He brought a bushel of turnips to the show.
We're rich!
Only one bushel.
1 bushel. That's
I
how
think you would be worth more than one bushel of
74
turnips.
One bushel?
More than one bushel.
That would buy so much fucking rot gut back in Creepsylvania.
With 74
We could buy
pages
even more rot gut.
and 300 hours of negotiation to get that 1 bushel.
My God. Intense. So,
You need to be smarter with your turnips. I invest mine, personally.
what do you invest your turnips in, sir?
Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, but it's all Creepsylvanian stuff, so it never makes any money.
The Creepsylvanian blue chip market is particularly depressed at this point in time.
When it gets bullish on the Creepsylvanian stock market, that's actually because a bull has been set loose.
Yes. As collectively we've put a bunch of money into turnip computers. And that's their product right now. That's
I'm getting an alert.
that's the iTurnip phone.
How much money did you lose?
Oh my God, I'm down 200 bushels.
Oh,
Oh God, we're bankrupt.
You're never
I
going
don't even know how we're going to get home.
We're morally
Just
bankrupt.
stay in Tahoe. How does Tahoe compare to Creepsylvania?
There is a lot less death and mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
There are no tar fields.
Well, there was a lot less death and mayhem.
We're gonna work on that
Until
tonight.
you're gonna...
I'm trying to figure out how to murder someone on skis or a snowboard.
They're so fast.
Yeah, it's very
hard to
difficult,
catch
and I don't run well in the snow.
Any strategies so far?
Mostly rollerblading, but it turns out that that's actually not an advantage on the slopes.
Not on the
Mine
snow.
was
No.
just fall,
Yeah, just head first down.
go
Just send it.
Hope for the
straight
best.
down, and then point them towards the forest, and they can Sonny Bono themselves.
Yeah. See, now that's some thinking right
Or
there.
Liam Neeson's wife. She died that way too.
Oh, can
Don't
we
talk
get a
about
third,
it.
though? Can we
He'll
get a
punch
third
you.
one?
How about now?
Oh, good. Now Liam
Yes.
Neeson won't hear all the jokes we made about
Yes,
him.
Liam Neeson will not hear the distasteful joke we made about his wife's death.
It was just a fact. I was just restating a fact, that's all.
I hear you guys made your newest album into a board game. Is that true?
We made our newest board game into an album.
Okay, so what was the inspiration for that? How did that come to be?
Well, to make more. Oh, God damn it. The inspiration for records. Other than one by one.
We call it a Pennsylvania buffet.
Pennsylvania.
Yes, that's what
And
we
the
do.
inspiration for the board game.
Candyland, no
Yeah,
shit.
It's like an adult.
They
drinking
have
version.
Candyland in Creepsylvania.
That's the only game that's allowed in Creepsylvania.
The only one, nothing else.
The
Nothing.
Creeps-
No shoots and ladders,
Dice are
no
illegal in
no
Creepsylvania.
operation, no dice.
No, batteries are also illegal, so,
So
the
nothing.
operation is out.
It's you're down to Candyland.
Yes.
Frankly, the
Damn.
power grid in Pennsylvania consists of a mill on a wheel.
The
So
whole
we
thing
can't
is...
really operation.
No, no.
Milton Bradley did not have our 0.5 voltage in mind when they designed this game.
Yeah. The Creepsylvanian Gaming Commission, they come down hard on everybody.
Strangely enough, you can gamble on Candyland there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
totally allowed.
Of course.
You can bet on it.
That's permitted.
You're like, do I get a pink card or a green card?
It's like 35% of the Creepsylvanian economy.
Is there any limit on how many turnips you can bet in this situation on Candyland?
Nope. No.
Depends if you're a high roller or not, you know?
Yeah.
What's considered high rolling in turnip of quantity?
Like bushels.
Quantity of
Yeah.
turnips, like bushels, like 200 bushels. 200
200
bushels.
No, yeah, who would have that?
Like,
That's crazy,
I
dog.
don't know.
You get Hong Kong
You never
businessmen
know.
flying into Creepsylvania with bushels of turnips,
Yeah.
laying it down on the Candyland, a real big high
Very
roller.
popular with
Like-
Russian oligarchs.
That
Yeah.
sounds pretty hardcore.
It's pretty hardcore in Creepsylvania.
There's a lot of turnip magnates there.
That's true, yes.
And,
Yeah.
and tar fields.
Tar fields, yes.
Tar
Tar
fields
fields.
are
Tar-
Tar's
okay.
big.
Garfields are very good, yes. We have
Moldy bread. That guy's got a corner on the market. It's on the corner. He sells the only moldy bread in town.
The only bread in town, really.
Yeah, the only bread. It's
Yeah,
moldy.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know.
we eat people, so we don't really.
So you don't really
frequent
care
these
about the moldy bread
establishments, but, you know,
situation.
we're on
It's
the
not that
Sometimes you
important.
want an au jus, you know. So.
We're on the paleo
Sometimes.
diet.
How-
We're on
how-
the paleo diet. We're watching our weight on the paleo diet.
Yeah, man, how you doing?
I don't know. Was it a good dream or not? Tell you what.
These kinds of childish antics are usually not associated with us, by the
No.
way.
No, we're very
Very
serious.
mature.
Very serious
Very
musicians.
serious, very mature.
Taking our music very seriously. We don't like all of the gimmicks that we see in music these days.
No.
It's ridiculous.
Shameful.
Depressing.
Just go out there and thrash it. Let your music speak for itself.
Exactly.
That's what we say.
And what is your true inspiration in metal?
Megadeth?
Megadeth, Carcass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By inspiration, you mean rip-off, right?
Yeah, who we're
Totally.
stealing from?
That's
Yeah.
totally.
Like,
SOD.
pretty much.
SOD is a good yes,
Okay.
yes. And of course, by extension, MOD.
But really, we're just talking about real life. You know, like
What's
average
happening on the
day.
streets in Creepsylvania?
Yeah.
It's, average day, an apathetic teenager chased down by a robot and eaten by a werebore. It's happened to all of us.
We're basically reporters.
We're like reporting the news.
Yeah.
Telling the truth.
Yeah.
Just
It's like,
telling it
think
like
about
it
it
is.
like how Ice Cube ripped off It Was a Good Day from us.
From you guys.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty
Oh my
much.
God, I
Yes,
had no
we
idea.
were like, it was a bad day.
It was.
Yeah.
And it didn't do well. And then he like put his spin
What's a
on that.
positive spin?
It was a
Yeah.
big hit.
Like-
Big
Yeah.
hit. We missed the mark by like
yeah.
this much.
Well, yes.
Him and Chuck Schuldiner figured out the PMA aspect of music. So,
Yeah.
Fine line between stupid and clever.
Yeah, that's right.
yes,
Very
and
fun.
we have not found the line.
Someday we'll find it.
It's
Yeah,
hard
right.
to see the line
Right.
where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forest through the trees kind of thing.
The forest through the sunny bonos.
So guys, what is the best part of being here for Meltdown?
So far, this is it right now.
This is
Yeah,
it right now?
this is
Like,
great.
I'm pretty
Bed
comfortable.
is comfortable. It's not freezing cold in this room.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to live like this,
Yeah.
you just gotta dream and you can
Yeah.
live like this.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
And if you guys were not here right now, what would you be doing?
Sleeping.
Sleeping.
Probably
Underground.
in the
Oh,
catacombs,
yes.
Of
Yeah.
course.
That's where we live.
looking for food.
Possibly chasing down some villagers in the town.
Low-level alkaline American batteries. That's the parting
Me-
thoughts from me.
Mule power all the way.
Yes,
Yeah, mule
absolutely.
power, it never ends, and then if it does, you eat the mule.
Ladies and gentlemen, you hear it? Mule power.
Tasty. Good. Fuck you.
Dobrý večer. Evropa je zděšená. Podezření na smrtící ebolu hlásí Rakousko i Německo. Krvácivá horečka je tak možná jen pár kilometrů od České republiky. V televizních novinách s námi bude hlavní hygienik. Počkejte si na to, začínáme za 4 minuty, tedy o 7:30.
Stinko commie bullshit if you ask me. Where'd you get that haircut, boy? Listen, y'all, you can have a cute little rock concert show or your little protest or whatever, but the fact is you lost. Get over it. We're taking over now, all over the world. You got my man, Donald Trump, making America great again. And Tay over there in the Philippines, slapping up them junkies. Nigel Farage, Marine Le Pen. Well, I ain't so sure about her. She seems a little French, if you know what I'm saying. And then you got Common Dr. Brunkham over there in Creepsylvania. He is cleaning house, man. Got rid of them gypsies, the liberals, the snowflakes and cucks, the feminists, and the feminazis. But don't worry, he said he's gonna keep the regular Nazis. But best of all, he's cracking down on ghouls. You heard of these ghoul freaks? Living in the damn sewers and whatnot, eating babies, digging up graves, wearing sacks upon their heads, playing that heavy metal punk rock devil music. It's disgusting. And people listen to that trash. It's true. It's true. I saw it on the internet. Man, people like that mess are a bunch of goddamn godless, scum-sucking commie freaks.
What? I don't think Scuzz the Punk likes being called a skunk-sucking commie freak. He likes to be called a lunatic.
vraždy Kateřiny Kolářové vydává další tajemství. Její přítel a vrah v jedné osobě totiž zabíjel a následně se svůj brutální čin snažil zakrýt úplně stejně jako vrah Ireny Neffové před 6 lety. Další informace uvidíte už za 3 minuty v televizních novinách. Začínáme přesně v 7:30.
ある雪景色の美しい昼下がり、ミルクシーフードを食べようとするスーザン。そこへチーズ星人、ペッパー星人陽気に現る。チチチチチチチチチペペペペペペペペペチチチチペペペペチチチマルウンマペペペチーズのコク、ペッパーのキレが新しいカップヌードルミルクシーフード。
Hi, I'm Amy with ResonantRockstar.com, and I'm here with Digester from Ghoul.
Hello, this is Digester from Ghoul.
And we're at the Bluebird Theater downstairs. They're getting ready to play tonight. What brings you out on this tour with Carcass and all these other people?
Well, we have a new album called Dungeon Bastards coming out, and we want to travel all over your country promoting the album and slaughtering your citizens.
Wow, that sounds like a grand time. So, can you tell me more about the album? What does it contain within it?
It's 10 songs, and they're all about, the basic shit that's been going on in Creepsylvania for the last few years. It's been overtaken by a fascist dictator who has genetically engineered dog-headed soldiers who are driving all the undesirables out of the country. He's built a giant fucking wall, and he's basically tormenting everybody and making our lives a living hell because, we live in the graveyard, and it's nice and quiet out there. And now that we've got all this fucking rabble coming through the graveyard, making camps and shit, and we don't like it at all. So that's basically the album in a nutshell. We have to get rid of this fucking guy.
Right on. So it's something everybody can relate to. And
topical.
It's topical.
Yes,
right.
like a cream for a rash.
Right. It's very relevant. So, what else is going on? We follow you on Instagram. I've been seeing some videos and stuff. Can you tell me more about those videos you got going on?
Oh, most of the videos you've probably seen recently have been made by our label Tank Crimes. They're very good at putting together these shoddy promotional videos that are embarrassing and cheap, but they get the job done.
I quite enjoyed them.
Good.
It was like a cheap hooker. It was great.
I like embarrassing cheap things too.
Yeah, it was awesome. So, what can fans expect from a Ghoul show? Like, what can we expect tonight from you guys?
They can expect to be decapitated, disemboweled, defenestrated if there's any windows around, and also to listen to a bunch of riffs from 1986 played backwards in different order.
Awesome. So no hypnotherapy or anything like that?
Maybe after the show. They might need to have a little hypnotherapy to just get over what they've seen.
They might need some therapy, that's for sure. So can you tell me a little bit more about your band? Like, how many characters do you have? How many guys you got running around?
Well, there's the 4 ghouls, of course, on stage playing the music or trying to. Mm-hmm. And then there's all sorts of people always interrupting our shit. There's robots and dictators and
I noticed that, yeah.
Tech developers who come up and they're always bombarding us with bullshit, and we have to chase them off the stage. It's a constant nuisance. These people follow us around. I don't know where they come from.
That's gotta be stressful.
It is. It's incredibly stressful. Thank you for noticing.
You're welcome. So, how do you deal with that kind of stress when you're on the road and you have to deal with the show? Like, what do you guys do for...
Copious amounts of drugs and just enormous amounts of murder. Just constantly murdering hobos on the road. When we're not killing people in clubs, we're finding, the homeless, the unwanted, decapitating them, leaving them on the side of the road to rot, things like that.
Do you ever take any of them on board and make them ghouls too, like bring them into make them slaves or anything like that?
Yeah, once in a while we'll inject a couple of these guys with this concoction called Numbskull, and they'll follow us around for a bit and do our bidding, but they always just fall apart. They rot and they fall apart, and we have to get rid of them.
So it's free labor for a while?
For a little while, yeah, before they start disintegrating.
Awesome. That sounds really entertaining. Sounds like you have a great time.
Yeah, we're pretty happy-go-lucky guys, I'd say.
Awesome. So when can we get your album and where and all that good stuff?
It comes out on July 29th, but you can buy it now. You can pre-order that shit, or you can go upstairs and buy it right now.
Really? I can get one upstairs?
Okay.
I'm going to have to go get one upstairs. And I'm looking forward to taking your pictures tonight. So I think that's all I have for you tonight. Do you have anything else you want to tell us?
I'm sorry that your families will be missing you soon. It's been nice getting to know you, but it's going to end tonight.
That's okay. They won't miss me.
Okay, great.
I can't even fucking touch us. We're in a sanctuary city.
Can't touch you. I can grab you by the pussy. Oh, and sanctuary. There is no sanctuary. The law doesn't apply to me. I just do whatever I want by writing an executive order. That's evil because my word is law. Wrong. Hold on, fool. You're not coming back to Creepsylvania. I never asked for you to come back to Creepsylvania. There's no evidence of that whatsoever. Sad. In fact, I'm so determined to keep you out of Creepsylvania that I'm going to build a wall. A huge wall. People are saying that. Which wall, you ask? The wall of death.
of Rainbow. Het is beter om te weten wat er komt. Daarom kan je nu zelf bepalen wat jij wilt winnen. Ga naar Mentos.nl en vertel ons wat jouw droomprijs is.
The new Ghoul album shows up today. This means that I have to get my other Ghoul stuff in preparation for this album's arrival. It's the new Ghoul! Whoa! Look at that record, it's so blue! Let's play it!
The country watched. The country waited.
Interesting and spooky way of starting out.
Become a tyrant.
Roadkill! Left and thrash! Has it really been 5 long, miserable years since Ghoul's last full album? I remember I listened to it 3 times the day I got it, but it's a good thing that Ghoul kept releasing EPs and singles and splits and all kinds of other assorted things to keep us happy in the meantime. All I can say is that good things come to those that wait, because this album is a madman. Just look at the incredible artwork! Everything's detailed, slimy, and colorful. Here, there are no surf sounds. In fact, it's the first album since We Came for the Dead where no surf sounds are to be found anywhere on the album. It's probably because they went all out with it on Hang 10. As a result, this makes the album more of a hard-hitting, brutal master thrasher. Also, there are less special effects, so it's not quite as cartoony as the previous albums. In this way, with some of the elements taken out, this could be considered the what should not be unearthed of Ghoul's catalog. But it's also the first album to have blast beats since Maniacs! I'm really happy about that. Speaking of Maniacs, they both have the same length, 35 minutes! Nice, to the point, and ridiculously fun and consistent the whole way through. I'm also really loving the production. The problem I had with Transmission Zero is that everything sounded a little cleaner than I preferred to be. Like, everything was up front, but nothing was that distorted. And I think the band must have realized this too, because every release since then has been more vibrant, more warm, heavier. This album is no exception. The guitars are beefy, the bass has a nice rumble to it, and I really like that snare drum sound. Since Hang 10 came out, I always wondered how they were going to connect that storyline with the storyline of the next album. Actually, I thought that Krieg's ghost was going to come back after being executed, and he was going to lead a whole army against Ghoul. Okay, maybe I'm looking a little too deep into this. Okay, so Commandant de Brunkum, who won the motorcycle wars in Hang 10, becomes the tyrant of Creepsylvania. He's planning on getting rid of some undesirables with a bomb, and Ghoul is planning on stealing the bomb and killing Baron Samedi. Obviously, things don't go according to plan for either party. Well, Dungeon Bastards is everything I had hoped for and more. The riffs are powerful, the songwriting is strong, and maybe everything was spaced out the way they needed to be. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go listen to it again.
I just wanna congratulate your Commander-in-Chief for continuing the long U.S. history of bombing the shit out of people. Yeah, that's right.
More corpses.
He was so mad that a bunch of people died in that country. He thought the best way was to kill more people in that country.
Well, he didn't do it right.
But, you know, because what are you going to do with a bunch of fucking corpses lying around? Just sitting there waiting.
I have an idea. Crewmate.
What's that?
You could shred the dead.
tweet, and I need to check my Twitter account. Oh shit! Hey look! It's a tweet from Commandant de Brunkum!
Get your damn asshole for 5 seconds!
I can't read though! What's it say?
At Ghoul Official thinks they defeated me. Sad.
I've got a bigly surprise in store for them. Oh, rise. Rise. Hashtag make Pennsylvania great again. Oh, shit. shit! Shut that fucking fascist down!
Shut that shit down? Ghoul, I'm shutting your shit down.
What?
You're the man playing in this capitalist club. I mean, $2 for a membership fee? I ain't a member of nothing. I'm anarchist to the core, but you guys are crypto fascists. I mean, just look at the hoods on your ugly heads. See, I dumpstered this here Crustotron 5000, powered by nothing but space fags and spare change. And this shit's gotta end right here, right now.
I think this guy is some kind of a bastard, Manchester. You know what he is? He's a fucking dungeon bastard.
The barn was only used for 2 weeks of the year for breeding, so it wasn't insured.
Hey, hi everyone. Ghosthany Ghoul Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of the new Ghoul record, Dungeon Bastards. This is a new full-length LP from eclectic, conceptual, California crossover thrash band Ghoul, following up their 2011 record, Transmission Zero, a cool punk metal album that was also like a comic book with a cartoony story that featured some somewhat sci-fi undertones, told with a myriad of different vocal deliveries across the span of the record. Some guttural, brrr, some high-pitched rush vocals, some shouted and screamed vocals as well. Each voice was kind of like a character in the story or just the standpoint of a particular person in the band, because the band themselves puts themselves in the story. And of course, all this is set to a soundtrack of thrashy guitar solos and mosh-friendly riffs. It's a monstrously fun record. You know, it's a punk metal hybrid, but there's a bit of Gwar influence in there as well. I would say it's metal's answer to the B horror movie, like the B slasher flick, but it's a little too tongue-in-cheek for that. It's more like metal's answer to a trauma film. And with Dungeon Bastards, it sounds like Ghoul is serving up yet another helping of pretty much what they did on their last record. Similar production, similar songwriting style, similar singing. Also, each track helps to tell an ongoing story, which is highlighted in a preamble of the lyrics of each track on the album's Bandcamp page. Of course, the story and the themes turn up in the lyrics as well. Some tracks make it more painfully obvious than others, like on the song Guitarmageddon, which has no real lyrics whatsoever. It's more of an instrumental, but the song features all of these vocal snippets about war and nuclear war, nuclear fallout. And the song Word is Law has these kind of awkward talk-sung rap verses woven into the track, which are told from the standpoint of a dictator that is sung about on the album. The dictator of the land of Creepsylvania, which is where the story here is set, where the band Ghoul lives. Dictator taken over. I mean, it's a fitting story for an election year. And while, again, it is fun, the vocals do come off a little bit too much as novelty, in my opinion. That's mainly what kind of turns me off occasionally about this record, that Ghoul kind of steps over that novelty line in a sense. Still, despite how silly this album can be, how silly this album can seem, an incredible amount of effort seems to go into the story and the joke. Creepsylvania is painted in the lyrics on this record as a vivid world of undead armies and heavy weaponry and mutants and gruesome violence, like on the song Blood and Guts, which features a tale about a doctor performing experiments on these dogs to, I don't know, turn them into just super killer dogs, but then they end up turning on him and tearing him apart. This is highlighted in the finishing lyric of the song, which goes, "The doctor screamed as their manacles snapped, dragged off to his doom as his skivvies were crapped." What can I say? The instrumentals and the performances on this thing, they're high energy, they're gutsy, and it seems like Ghoul put a little more effort into some of the lead guitar melodies on this record too. Almost each song has a distinct melodic theme that's placed pretty prominently at key points in the song. The drums and the guitar riffs, though, they're a kind of dime a dozen. Not revolutionary by thrash or punk standards, and if you've heard Ghoul's past couple of records, then you're already familiar with the kind of music they're going to be serving up here. However, it is a shortcoming that Ghoul partially overcomes with their character, with their personality, with their creative storytelling style and attention to detail. It's not a perfect exchange, but it's an exchange that works for them and makes them a pretty unique band in metal today. But maybe the most glaring issue I had with this record is that the band doesn't really go all that far to outdo their last effort. While Dungeon Bastards is pretty good, a lot of the time it feels like an all too similar sequel to the last record. It just kind of features a slightly different storyline. This is especially true as the band delivers cuts that just do not feature choruses that are as gripping as the ones off the last record, like on The Closer and the song Ghoul Lunatics. Still, though, one interesting thing about the narrative of the record is that it ends off with a cliffhanger, like this supreme being after a bomb blast comes through this other dimension, and things are just kind of left there. I don't know if this is something that Ghoul is going to have to sort of do battle with on the next record. All I can do is hope that this story carries over onto their next project, and maybe we get an interesting little trilogy or something. I guess we'll just have to find out on the next record. Same Ghoul time, same Ghoul channel! And those are my thoughts on Dungeon Bastards. I'm feeling a light to decent 7 on this LP.
What do you wanna? Time to fucking go home, kids! You have homework to do or some shit like that.
What, you guys want like a participation award or something?
Fucking millennials. Jesus Christ. Alright, you wanna hear one more fucking song? You guys, I don't want to. They're so dumb. No, you're gonna fucking play another one, that's it. You guys are so beautiful tonight, so young, so vibrant, so full of life. But you know what? The sad thing is, you will all die someday. Yes. Wait, even me? Yeah, even you, Creator. Hard to believe. Harsh kick, man. I know it sucks, but it's true. And when you die, you will look into my eye as your casket closes. The Gut Bucket Blues. The sector has something to say. Go ahead, they're waiting. Fuck Christmas. Children hell, I'm so gay at Christmas. All the children on the street, hope you get something good to eat. But for me, it's not so great. Fuck with us! 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 I'm doing this fucking goal!